welcome. Today we're going to talk about high maintenance kids and what to do about that. If you're new to this channel, I'm Kathleen, mom of 3, and here we're going to talk honest motherhood, but positive, and how to combine pretty much motherhood and the law of attraction. And today I'm actually starting with a little bit of a metaphor. It's raining in the background. So I've been working in a garden, and I looked, as you can see in the background, my garden or our garden. And I have noticed since we moved here about soon 3 years ago that my garden is overgrowing a lot. Or our garden is overgrowing a lot. And last year I had someone from the neighborhood who has a beautiful garden and knows a lot about gardens. I asked her, like, what do you do and how you do it? And she said, oh, I know your garden really well. It's a really beautiful setup garden by the former owner of the house, but it's a high maintenance garden. And don't worry, we're not gonna talk about garden, but it's a beautiful entrance metaphor, because when I was working this morning in this garden to clean it up, looking at all the things that need to get done, feeling like, yes, this is high maintenance. And why is it high maintenance? Because actually the plants and the setup doesn't fit in its natural environment. So for it to stay as beautiful as it was when we moved here, it would actually mean I need to put a lot of work and effort into it, which seriously, it's not the time for me to do this right now. It's not my interest. But when I was working in a garden, I was thinking about my children of all things and how they can be high maintenance. And it kind of like fitted them perfectly, because this morning I got kind of really annoyed at my kids. They got up and they were kind of whining about what they wanted for breakfast and what they didn't accept. And then they went from there to that they wanted to play Nintendo. And I was like, no screens. And I noticed something like, this isn't the tone I want to have. And I looked outside, and now it's raining, but it was beautiful sunny. And I just told them, I felt really literally in that moment, something in me just kind of broke. I just like, no, we're not having this. We're going outside, it's sunny, and we're working in the garden. And I actually even told them, we're not going outside and you do whatever you want. Each of you is helping me in the garden. You choose something that needs to get done, and we're doing it. And funnily enough, something I have experienced before, but it's easy sometimes to forget, is the moment I said that this is what we're going to do, they followed. So I told them, like, I don't care if you brush your teeth. I don't care if you get out of your pajamas. You're coming out and we're working in the garden. And so we did. And it's so funny, once they were outside and then we worked in the garden, it's so interesting to notice. Like, my youngest child, of course, her concentration attention span is the shortest. So she went very fast off actually collecting snails. She had the biggest fun collecting snail houses. And then my middle one, he had longer stamina and could do a little bit longer garden work, but then he joined my youngest in the snail work. And my oldest actually worked with me 2 hours in the garden. And of course, the beautiful thing in the garden is that you see the difference. You see how things are moving. And I could see, particularly my oldest, how proud he was at the end, how much we have achieved. And it just was a really good reminder, because I felt in this morning when they were like, can we watch like Nintendo? Can we play Nintendo? Can we do this? Can we have this? I was like, oh, these are high maintenance kids. But again, the same as the garden is like, what can I do? Like, the first thing I need to know is what is important for me. And I set these boundaries very clearly and tell them to my kids. And then the second question, of course, is how to keep everything low maintenance. And like today was the perfect example. So we worked in the garden, and from that garden work, where they were feeling really proud and accomplishment, they started playing. And then they've been outside all day, and it's April. It was sunny, but it was still cold. I think we're having right now about 8 degrees Celsius. So it is still fairly cold. But they've been outside and they came up with their games and whatever they were in the morning, like this boredom. And I just thought, how easy it is when I said this is important, like for me having no screens is important. When I made that clear and I gave them the alternative, let's go outside together, they started playing. So how it felt like this morning, from high maintenance within a very short time to low maintenance. I loved that. And it made it really sure that me as a parent, I need to know what I want from my kids, and I need to communicate this clearly. And I have noticed this before, that whenever I'm tired and exhausted and I can't hold the space for my kids, this is getting wishy-washy and unclear and gray. And this is, I think, when you step really into frustration. So I think also here consistency is the key. So I'm gonna go inside because it's super rainy now out here and it's getting dark and cold. So I want to leave you with that. And I would be curious, let me know in the comments below, do you feel like you have high maintenance kids, and what do you do about it? And if you feel you have low maintenance kids, what's your secret?